Daily Tonic Presents: 10 harsh truths about life you need to accept that will make you live a happier life. Very little is required to live a happy, fulfilling life. It all just depends on the intensity of the purpose within yourself and in your way of thinking. While some people would say that you can only control how you respond to external circumstances, it is natural for everyone to aspire to create an impact as well as to lead a fulfilling life. Understandably, it is challenging to see the big picture, and it is even much more challenging to find the silver lining when you find yourself in a bad situation. Knowing what you are up against and accepting it are two different things, because life can be challenging at times, and it can also be rewarding as much as it is worthwhile. So perhaps you need to start re-examining the harsh realities that reveal whether you are the source of impediment on your own journey of progress. Maybe you need to take a moment to reconsider. Take some time to rebuild, and some time to restructure how you live your life, so that you can give yourself the best opportunities at being happy. Because people often overlook the things that really matter, mostly out of fear, out of laziness, and out of ignorance. But whatever your current circumstances, accepting the following harsh truths about life will definitely make you live a happier life. Number 1. You do not really matter. It is okay if it is not everyone that finds you appealing. You have to deal with the fact that the world does not revolve around you. A large percentage of people you come across in your life do not care what you think of them, and some may not even be aware that you exist. You occupy a very small dot in the lives of other people. In other words, you have a very small impact, because they are also absorbed in their own lives, just like you are. This is an unavoidable reality. So avoid internalizing your experiences and becoming upset over them. You should focus on surrounding yourself with people that value who you truly are instead, such as people who make it a point to remind you always that you are appreciated and loved within their circle. With these people, you will not ever need to put on a facade. You can just be who you are. Number 2. Not everyone will like you. You may be constantly battling a strong urge to strive to please everyone. This is an urge as old as time that is not exclusive to politicians and salespeople. And it is just as potent today as it was during the time of the great kings of Egypt, otherwise known as pharaohs. If you cast your mind back to your time in high school, you will most likely remember your school's top athlete, or the most popular girl or boy, who were constantly in the spotlight, and who everyone appeared to like. You should not try to be that person because not everyone can be that person. We are individually unique. Yes, humans are hardwired to crave acceptance from others, and so we go to great lengths to achieve this goal, even if it means losing our happiness in the process. But not everyone will see or appreciate your true value. Just accept that life is not a popularity contest. You will never be able to be at peace with yourself if you cannot accept the fact that certain people will never like you. Your happiness will undoubtedly be affected by this. Therefore, instead of dwelling on that, think about how you can improve yourself. Recognize that some things are beyond your control. As soon as you stop obsessing over things beyond your control, you can start concentrating on the things that bring you happiness. Number 3. Your possessions do not define you. Do you frequently make unnecessary purchases of new clothing or technology? If so, you are not the only one on this boat. It is simple to fall into the trap of believing that having more possessions will make us happier in our present materialistic society. The fact is that in order to prosper in today's culture, you need money. Although money cannot necessarily buy happiness. It may provide us with the necessities for survival, such as a roof over our heads, shoes that we wear, and food that we can eat. That being said, money and the things it provides do not define who you are. A prince in his majestic castle with his entourage of servants is not necessarily better than a clerk who lives in an apartment and commutes to work via public transportation. Regardless of what you own, people will still eventually form their own opinions of you based on your consistent behavior and how it affects them personally. Instead of trying to replace the emptiness in your life with material possessions or the newest gadgets, just realize that they will not make you happy. Concentrate your efforts on expanding your network of contacts and on experiencing new things. You will experience much longer-lasting happiness through these efforts than through any monetary possessions. Number 4. You always have a choice. There is a quote by Charles R. Swindoll that goes thus: Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Although unfortunate things cannot be stopped from happening to us, we can choose how we react to them. If you were walking down a lonely road and you saw a lion coming your way, would you stay to stroke its mane with your fingers? Let's hope not. Your natural reaction would be to flee as quickly as you can. In real life, you are the only person who can control how other people treat you. You have every right to excuse yourself if someone does not care about your well-being. There is always a choice, even in the most desperate circumstances. Making these decisions, despite how challenging they may be, can give you the power to have a happier and more fulfilled life. Number 5. Your thoughts influence your feelings. Nothing can harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. This is a quote credited to Gautama Buddha. Only you have power and control over your own thoughts and your actions and over yourself. Every day, the average human has between 5,000 and 60,000 thoughts. Unguarded thoughts have the power to cause a wide range of mental, emotional, and physical issues. Our thoughts can make it very challenging to advance in life if they are not controlled. Therefore, it is essential to comprehend how thoughts function and how they affect our health and well-being on a daily basis. Until you are able to control your thoughts, you will never be able to control the outcome. Change your thoughts and your feelings will change. Your course of action will then shift, and your outcomes will be different. It is incredibly liberating to realize that your thoughts are not inevitable. Your thoughts are self-made. Your mood is affected by your thoughts, not the other way around. Therefore, one of the key things to do if you want to start living a happy life is to start with your thoughts. Number 6. You will be held accountable if you do not learn to be accountable. Being held accountable entails taking responsibility for your words, deeds, and choices. In this situation, accountability is a virtue and not necessarily a disciplinary set of action meted on someone. Your actions and words have repercussions, whether they are good or bad. Someone else will hold you responsible if you do not hold yourself accountable. When you are personally accountable, you accept responsibility for the situations in which you are involved. You see them through, and you accept responsibility for any outcomes, positive or negative. You do not blame others when things go wrong. Instead, you make an effort to make things right. This helps build integrity, which puts you on a path to being a better individual, as well as being able to live a happy life. Number 7. People want you to succeed, but not better than them. People perceive your achievement as a danger for some reason best known to them. Not that they do not want you to succeed, they actually do. They naturally want you to succeed as long as your success does not outpace theirs or overshadow them. This occurs in many facets of life, including the workplace, in your home, and even in your personal relationships. Be attentive towards the intentions of others and avoid wasting your time or energy on those who do not have your interests at heart. You will always have times in life when you wonder, am I capable of this? Is it possible for me to achieve success in life? If you do not let other people's perceptions of you affect your decision, the answer to this question is virtually always yes. The most crucial thing to remember is to never accept no as an answer. It is your responsibility to discover your limitations and surpass them. You should never base your success on what other people think or expect of you. You will always succeed in your endeavors if you have perseverance, determination, willpower, dedication, tenacity, and consistency. Number 8. There is never a perfect time to do anything. It takes a lot of patience to wait for the perfect moment to take action, but this does not imply that the ideal moment never comes. It is sometimes better to wait until you are certain that you are ready. And sometimes you just need to put yourself out there before you are actually prepared to face your fears. People sometimes wish to hold off on taking action or making changes until the perfect moment. But no matter what, you will always be able to come up with a reason not to start. Your mind unconsciously subscribes to a variety of reasons not restricted to a lack of funds, or that you are not old enough, or a lack of time perhaps, or anything else that seems like a good excuse to procrastinate. While you should not always dive in without giving your plan some thought. Analysis paralysis, which results from overthinking and overanalyzing events, is ironically the ultimate time waster. Waiting for everything to come together is a guaranteed way to never get anything done. So do not hold off until the perfect moment. Just do it. Number 9. Fear will prevent you from living a happy life. We cannot live our best lives and accomplish our goals if we let fear rule us. It encourages laziness and prevents us from seizing opportunities. Many people are imprisoned by their fears, trapped in self-imposed incarceration, which they have sentenced themselves. Fear is a natural reaction to the unknown when one encounters something new. Some have even coined the acronym FEAR to mean false emotions appearing real. However, you should not let fear stop you from trying different things. The only option left to you after deciding that fear is not an option is to change, to adjust your consciousness, or take action. What would you do if you were not afraid? Take some time to think about it. If you do not confront your fear, you will miss out on opportunities. Because for those who have the courage to push themselves beyond their comfort zones, life is full of exciting challenges. Number 10. You cannot change what has already happened. Do you frequently reflect on the opportunities that have come and gone? Or those awkward situations you would rather prefer to forget? We all have a tendency to dwell on the past. Up to a certain point, reminiscing on the what-ifs and what-nots can be beneficial, but after that, it is just a formula for paralysis. If you live every moment worrying about the past, you will never be happy. You cannot undo what has already been done. So, what can you then do? You can try to recognize your shortcomings and do everything within your power to create a better future. Your past demons are impossible to escape. In order to be content and stable, you must resolve your issues. The vast majority of people dislike being told these fundamental facts. And even though the facts may come out as harsh, you will occasionally run into them in everyday life. You will quickly realize that you will feel a lot happier and more positive than ever before if you apply these principles to your life. Because you only have one life. Before we let you go, this is one of my favorite quotes, attributed to the Greek philosopher Epictetus, who once said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." Also, in the words of the famous reggae musician Bob Marley in his medley titled Redemption Song, he sang, "Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds." The core of this message is that people burden themselves with the thoughts they perceive others have of them. And then they base their existence around such thoughts. This can be a big problem for anyone that does this, leading to mental and emotional issues, because they have started to live in a self-imposed prison of their own design. And an unbalanced and unhealthy mind no doubt has adverse effects on the human body. Hopefully, you would have picked up on one or more useful tips in this video that can help you on your journey of personal development. If you enjoyed and found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up so that we can continue to make more of them. And share it with your friends and family, especially those that can benefit from it. For more videos like this, subscribe and remember to turn on the notification bell. Please make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for tuning in.